Hey, it's Brandy Taylor, the host of the Business Beauty Network podcast. I am super excited. We're having a phenomenal conversation with the Black Micropigmentation Association. Try to say that a whole bunch of times. But BMA, I'm super excited to have these ladies on. I'm going to give you a little bit of their bio and we're going to bring them in. So, the Black Micropigmentation Association, BMA, is a nonprofit organization that is committed to supporting inclusive PMU artists and beauty entrepreneurs through education, training, and community for all. The BMA formed on Clubhouse when international PMU artists Dior Davenport, Shalon Burris, Sharon Delvin, and Keisha Taylor came together to address the challenges of business and inclusive representation in the permanent makeup artistry. With over 24 years of collective industry experience, they envision a space for all beauty visionaries to realize their full potential doing what they love. So I want to welcome the ladies of BMA. I'm going to go ahead and add them on. I'm super excited to have these ladies on today. Hey, ladies, welcome.
Hello. Welcome. Welcome, everyone. And thank you, Brandy, for having us.
Thank you, ladies, for being on. There we go. Sharon, you want to turn your phone the other way so we all kind of match in there. There you go.
All right, there we go. Hi.
Awesome. I'm super excited to have you, ladies. So I want you to go ahead and introduce yourselves right now. So let's go ahead and have you introduce yourselves.
All right, I'm on, everyone.
I'm sorry, Shalon, we're having trouble hearing you.
Can you hear it now?
Yep, I can hear you.
Okay. So I'm Shalon Burris. I am co-founder along with my girlfriends here. I'm also a co-founder of BMA. My sister is in London. It's not going to be able to join tonight, but just send all her love.
Awesome. Okay. Shalon, we had a hard time hearing you, but thank you so much. Did you say Dior wouldn't be joining us today?
Yes, it's 3 a.m. in London, so she's asleep.
Okay, no problem. We're super excited to have you on. So go ahead and I'll have the next person introduce themselves.
All right. Well, I'm Keisha Taylor, CEO and franchisor of Browsing Company, and one of the co-founders, along with these beautiful ladies, of Black Micropigmentation Association. And that's it.
You waiting for me?
Yeah.
I'm Sharon Devlin. I am CEO of the Brow Teak, and I'm also co-founder of Black Micropigmentation Association.
Awesome. Well, ladies, I just want to, we had a phenomenal interview with you guys that is actually going to be dropping tonight. So at 8 o'clock tonight. So if you're on here, make sure that afterwards you check out the live interview. But I thought it would be a great chance for us to kind of discuss a few things that we went over. Not everything. They'll have to kind of check out the interview to see it in full detail. But I want you to share what BMA is.
All right. Well, I'll start. Black Micropigmentation Association is the organization of Black artists for Black artists. So we are here to represent Black artists in the permanent makeup industry because no one else does. And that's BMA in a nutshell.
Awesome. Well, tell us about your mission and a little bit, about what BMA does for the PMU artists in the community.
Okay.
Well, our goal is to support, to highlight, and to educate the Black artists in our community. As Keisha mentioned, no one, felt the need to represent us or, even take, into consideration how we, feel or anything like that, or to highlight us or to support us. And that's basically what our mission is to make sure that the artists are supported, that they're educated about Black skin. We also want to make sure that those who are doing well and who are successful in this industry, that they are getting the recognition that they deserve.
Awesome. And share, how you started, because I know you started this nonprofit organization over like a conversation on Clubhouse. So kind of like take us through the whole process of how you guys came together.
Okay, well, me and Sharon, we met in a class, a microblading class, and me and Shalon and Dior, I took a training from Shalon and Dior in Seattle, so I met them on that side. I always kept in touch with both parties, and Clubhouse came about and we were all on there, and we discovered that it was so many other artists like us, Black artists like us. I mean, we knew of a few, but we didn't know it was like hundreds, now thousands. We just thought it was like a good 10 maybe in the US, maybe one or two overseas. And we all had the same frustrations. Like everyone was just upset that we weren't being featured in conferences, we weren't being represented, and if we were, it was just one or maybe two of us at a conference, and we're only allowed to speak about Black skin, although we do all skin. So we decided that the hell with that. So we got off of Clubhouse quickly. All of us came together as a united front, and we formed the nonprofit Black Micropigmentation Association. And Dior is in London, so she's our international face. Me, Sharon, and Shalon, we're here on the East Coast representing. So Black Micropigmentation is not just domestic, it's international as well. So we're here to represent Black artists on both sides of the fence.
And what are some ways that you help Black PMU artists?
I'll let someone else answer that.
Some of the ways that we help Black PMU artists is just to support them, to educate them, to encourage them, to uplift them, to highlight them, to showcase them, just to let them know that we are not against them. We are here for them, so that it's not a catty type of environment. This is a welcoming environment. That's what, like Keisha said, we said to hell with it. We created our own table, and we're inviting people to sit at our table. We're inviting people to come dine with us because we have been excluded for far too long. And so now we want other artists, whether they have been established for years or they are just getting established, we want them to come on board and feel welcomed, share their knowledge, also take knowledge from us, and just feel encouraged and feel uplifted from our organization.
Awesome. Now, what are some things, like some common issues or trends that you see in the industry? Like, let's kind of talk about some issues you ladies have tackled, or some things that you are very passionate about when it comes to educating PMU artists.
Well, first and foremost, for me, it's business. A lot of us Black artists or Black beauty pros don't know what we need to be doing to get our business right from the beginning. So for me, my education part is more so the business and online visibility and using your reputation to become established. So we all have our parts, our passions, and that is mine. Sharon and Shalon, they have their passions as well in their sectors in which they help people, but we educate artists and beauty pros. It's not just PMU artists, but it's beauty industry professionals all over. So we're here to educate on Black skin, educate on business, educate on an array of things, how to get started, your taxes, everything. So that's like our focus is we just want Black artists to start off on the right foot and not be left behind like we always are.
Yeah, Shalon, would you like to share?
Oh, sorry, I keep muting my fan is so loud. So I would just I just agree with Keisha. We are, we have our own niche. Niche. How you say it, y'all?
Niche.
Tomato, however you want to say.
But I'm super passionate about curriculum and development and making sure that if you are wanting to be a trainer, how to train effectively, how to make sure that you're reaching your students, and how to organize it and how to structure it. So we all have our different little area of expertise that we focus in on, but we're all very supportive of each other and uplifting of each other. And let me tell you, Keisha's a beast on that business side. So y'all make sure you tap in for sure with her. But, we all are just encouraging and uplifting. And because we have that same spirit of wanting to give to others, it's just like a natural thing that we naturally all click together. So Keisha brought us to meet Sharon, and I call her my spirit animal. She calms me in many, many ways. She sets my tone on many occasions. So, we just have this bond, and we want to share it and pour into other people so that they can receive that same love that we give to each other, to other people as well.
And Shalon is a beast at black skin, okay? No one knows you melanin skin like the Shador sisters. I'm going to say that for sure. Like, they will educate you probably more than a dermatologist, okay?
Thank you, darling.
And Sharon, would you like to share your part?
Yeah, so my main goal was, when thinking about BMA, was as far as training was concerned. So many times I've heard stories and I've experienced myself how students of color or Black students were told that they couldn't perform permanent makeup on Black skin, or they couldn't do this on Black skin. And it was like, you invest thousands of dollars into, these courses and this training so that you can, work on your demographics, which for a lot of us is Black skin, or we may have a diverse clientele. But to tell someone, or a Black woman or a woman of color, that they can't work on Black skin was just like absurd. So that was one of the things that always propelled me to want to do something for the community. When it came to Black artists, is like, we have to let them know, we have to educate them, and we have to support them when they are told these things, and show them like these are the right ways that you can work on Black skin. Our skin is not this weird type of, project that you have to work on. You just have to, switch up your technique. And all artists should know, not just Black artists. So we're not limited to just Black artists. We are here to educate other ethnicities and races, to everyone who wants to learn about Black skin. How to work on Black skin is a technique. It's nothing, so different or difficult where, we should be told in courses and trainings that, you can't work on Black skin. So that was one of the things that was always in the back of my mind when I had an opportunity to, be a part of a community, is that I want other new up and coming artists. And that's my focus. New artists coming into this industry, that they are supported and they know that, you can work on Black skin. It's not that difficult. It's not some strange way of doing things. It's just, a few changes in your technique. And so that was what was important to me.
And you can have $1 million beauty business without hustling.
I love it. Give us some tips, Keisha. Like, give us some tips about marketing. I feel that a lot of beauty professionals struggle with positioning themselves in the market. And we talked about this during your guys' interview, about how I couldn't name 5, PMU artists in my area. And I know, Keisha, you share some tips about website and marketing and things of that nature. So can you give us some business tips?
Sure. The first thing that you need to have, and this is before social media, and I don't care who gets mad at me, is you need to have a website. Because you can't do anything without it. Like, you need to have a website, number one, okay? That, not even looking at social media. Like, your website first. No Instagram first. No Facebook first, unless, it's your personal Facebook. If you're going to have a business, you need to have a website, or you don't have a business. Number 2, you have to have a Google My Business if you have a location. You cannot not have Google if you don't have a location. Even if you're on social media, most people will go Google you. If you're not on the first page, you can forget about it. Like, you really can forget about it. I'm not even, I mean, even me, I look at stuff and I know better. You can go 3, 4, 5 pages. I'm not doing that. If you're not on the first page, you can forget about it. But the way you do this is through reputation. You have to build your reputation. And those people have to leave those reviews on Google. I just said it on my Instagram profile. If you can't do anything in life, get them reviews. Ask for them, get them. That's going to help you get to the next level. Social media is so great. It's a tool. Sharon, what's your saying? I'll let you say your saying.
I say social media is not king.
And I say Google is king.
Right.
And so you definitely, you want to establish a relationship with Google, because at the end of the day, what do? You Google it, right? We all do it. Do if you know you do it, participate in it if you know you do it. So those are some of my tips. But number 1 is get the website, because even as a coach, as a trainer, I don't want to help my students unless you got a website, because I told you, that's, oh, I can't get no clients. Well, do you have a website? No. Well, that's why you're not getting any clients.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I would absolutely agree. I think it's important to have a website. A lot of beauty professionals get caught up in maybe having Acuity or Gloss Genius or something like that, and they think that that's enough. And I feel that those are okay to have, but you need to integrate it into your own website. So you could use a booking system, but integrate it to your own website, because your own website allows you to have your own portfolio there to show off your work. You can show off your brand and what happens at your spa or salon or suite or whatever. Mm-hmm. And you can personalize it. You own it. It's also a way that you can stay connected with your potential audience. It's a way that you can utilize that to collect their emails and things of that nature. So, Keisha, I definitely appreciate those great tips that you gave. Now, in addition to a website, okay, so you got your website, you got your booking site, linked to it, and all of those things. What is some advice that you would give beauty professionals right now? So look, Easter is Sunday. So we're in Easter week. This is a busier season. A lot of beauty professionals are getting busier right now. Mm-hmm. What are some things that you recommend that they could do to tap into the busy season right now?
Definitely be posting on Google My Business. So if you're posting on social media, go ahead and take that post and repurpose it over to Google Posts, because when people search for saying hair, Easter hair, Easter styles, for Easter, your post is going to show up like in the local search. So you definitely want to be utilizing it. I think it's such an underused tool. So that's one way. Definitely post on social media, keep everything engaged in your stories. That's what I can recommend. But, if you had your website and your SEO right, you would never have to worry about that. You would never have to worry about it. You will always show up in search, always.
Awesome tips. Now, Mother's Day is coming up, right? So it's like less than a month away. So it's after Easter, because we know Easter is Sunday. So if you haven't really promoted for that, it might be something. But what are some things that people could do to, ensure maybe they're fully booked for May, for next month, for Mother's Day?
I'm not. Okay, so I'm not the one to. Maybe one of the other ladies is better at this, but I never promote for holidays. Like, I never say, oh, Christmas is coming or Easter is coming, because I do invest in SEO. And like I said, I never have to do all of that, because it's already there. But if you're going to start promoting, you should start promoting at least I would say 2 to 4 weeks earlier than normal if you want to. Like now, you should be promoting for Mother's Day. Like now, if you have a sale or you have a special, you should be promoting for Mother's Day. But we don't run sales anymore. I don't know about these ladies here, but I know we don't run sales anymore. I think it's a great way for new artists to get new clients in the door is to run like a special. And, people, they do look for that. It's a great way to get in. But start early, like 2 to 4 weeks early, start promoting early, because last minute promotion is it's going to wear you out. And like, just you're going to have so much anxiety and then wonder why you didn't get those bookings.
Mm-hmm. So what about paid advertising? Is that something that you recommend?
I definitely recommend it, but if you can't if you can't do it right freely, you shouldn't be paying for it. So if you can't promote yourself in a free way, why you want to pay money for it? I'm so for paid advertisement. It's targeted. It's targeted. So, and that's if you do it right. Like, I do recommend consulting a professional. I don't recommend boosting the post or anything like that. I mean, Facebook and Instagram, they've gotten really, really slick with advertising. Even Google, they'll help you, but it's benefiting them because they're a business and they have to make money. So if you can't promote yourself for free, don't do paid advertisement until you can get yourself together before you start spending thousands of dollars, because you can lose a lot of money.
Great advice. Did any of you ladies want to chime in on that at all?
I was going to add too, when it comes to like advertising or promotional sales or holiday seasons, you really do have to try to come up with your timeline well in advance. Don't wait so late, so close to the time of a holiday season. And really, like Keisha said, don't necessarily focus on holidays or seasonal. Try to really focus on just building your clientele all year round, so you wouldn't even have to worry about, oh, it's Mother's Day, I gotta hurry up and have a sale. I mean, it's nice to be able to do that if that's what you choose to do, but if you're focusing on building clientele, you really wouldn't have to. You could just do something if you wanted to, as to give back to your clients, something like that, a sell or a promotion. But other than that, your focus should be all year round.
And I wanted to add that if you do any promotion, you need to do something that's going to include bringing in other clients. So, you can do something for Mother's Day if you want to advertise for something like that, and include, you and your mom can come in and get X service together. So then that way you're introducing someone else as a potential client to bring in extra money. So you always want to think about how to bring in more and not just giving breaks into the money that you're losing out on money, right? Because there's people who hunt for coupons and stuff, right? And so they're just going to come and get that little service and never come back. So what you want to do is highlight your current clients, them to bring in someone, and with them bringing someone at a full set or full price, they receive a percentage towards their service. That's how I would do it if I were still running on the service. And when we started, we ran a bunch of services, not just discounts, but we gave stuff away. We were hungry for clientele, and so we started from going to like the bars and offering the bartenders and the servers and flight attendants and, anybody that was going to be in the public eye that could wear our brand. We were giving it to them because they were bringing us, again, in more clientele. So think along those lines, that if you do want to operate that way, what's going to drive more people to you?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Thanks so much for sharing. Now, for the far as the podcast, we share so much of this information on the podcast. So I want you guys to make sure that you are subscribed to the Business Beauty Network podcast, and wherever you're watching, make sure you're subscribed. You can check out the podcast on Apple, YouTube. So if you're on YouTube, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and Spotify, Google, all of the ones. iHeartRadio, pretty much all of the podcast outlets. So make sure you catch the episode with BMA and all of these awesome ladies sharing about BMA and everything that they're doing in the industry for education, all that for PMU artists. Now, I would like you ladies to share about the membership and how people can get involved. And then I'm going to ask you one last question and we'll wrap it up.
All right. We have two different memberships. We have our Emerald membership, which is a free membership. And we also have the Onyx membership, which is a paid membership. And we get ready to have our Spring Business Series coming up in May. And it's for our paid members. And it is something not to miss. We're going to have all kinds of experts on there. And, we're excited to announce that we are, should I announce it, y'all? Grow with Google partners. So we're just not out here just saying information. We are educated in Google and online in what we're supposed to be doing the right way and not just talking about it. So you can go to blackmicropigmentationassociation.com to sign up for membership, or you can follow us on Instagram at Black Micropigmentation, and association is abbreviated.
Awesome. Thank you so much for sharing. And the website is scrolling, so make sure you guys check out their website. I'll have all the information to get connected with the Black Micropigmentation Association available for you. So make sure that you check out their website. And if you have any questions, let us know while we're still here. But the last question I want to ask, and I want everyone to answer, what is the biggest lesson that you've learned on your entrepreneurial journey so far?
To have patience.
Yeah. There's so much to learn. I learn from these ladies daily. So,
to have patience with yourself. Don't rush the process. It's not overnight. If you want to be in this game for the longevity part, you got to be patient. You got to be patient.
I always share this. You have to learn to say no. You have to learn what your breaking points are and what money is and what money isn't good money. You don't have to accept service from every single person that is brought to you. You do not have to create a that someone else wants that you do not want, that you associated with your name or your brand. So learn to say no.
I take away during my time in this industry is don't be afraid of failure. It's a part of the business. Setbacks are a part of the business. There's no way to get around it. But it's a lesson. It's a lesson that is learned. And the one thing that you can take away from failure or setbacks is how to grow, how to, maneuver better the next time, and how to grow stronger. And you build that resilience, because you need this in this industry to be a beauty entrepreneur, a beauty pro. You need to be resilient because times change, techniques change, business change. There are ups and downs. So you have to be prepared, and you can't be afraid to have a setback or a failure. It only makes you grow as an entrepreneur or a business man or woman.
Awesome. Thank you so much, ladies. It has been phenomenal having you. You got to make sure you check out their interview on the Business Beauty Network podcast. We had an awesome interview, and they answer even more questions and went in depth about BMA and all the phenomenal things that they're doing in the industry. So, ladies, do you want to share any last thing and also tell everybody how that they can connect with you?
Just make sure you I'm sorry.
Oh, no, go ahead, Sharon.
Follow Black Micropigmentation Association. Association is abbreviated. So make sure you follow us on Instagram, and also check out our website, which is scrolling at the bottom of the screen, blackmicropigmentationassociation.com. We're always in a DM, so you can DM us if you have any questions for us. And that's all I have.
Yeah.
Awesome. Did anybody have anything else that you wanted to share? I didn't know if you wanted to say something, Keisha.
No, I was going to say, just go ahead and follow us at Black Micropigmentation. Like Sharon said, we're always in the DMs answering questions and helping people out.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, ladies. It has been phenomenal having you on the Business Beauty Network podcast and having this chat with you tonight. I really appreciate you, following the call and actually creating something that is needed within this industry. I think we need more things like this, and I'm glad to see it. Kudos to you. And I really appreciate you for sharing the Black Micropigmentation Association on the Business Beauty Network podcast. So make sure you listen to their episode tonight. You can check us out on Apple, Spotify, everywhere, and on YouTube as well. As always, stay great, and we are out. Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you, Brandy.